You're listening to Radio in the Weeds. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to a special Halloween episode. We have you tonight. Spooky episode. Scott, are you feeling spooky this evening?
I'm feeling very spooky, Matt. Very, very spooky indeed. I've got all my spooky shit around me.
Yeah? Like what? What spooky stuff have we got?
I got a big old spider. I got some cobwebs. I got more spiders. And I got some ghosty Jews.
Oh, do you want to hear the spooky stuff I've got around me?
Yeah.
I've got a Bible.
Yeah.
I've got a darts board.
Right.
And I've got a little popcorn maker.
Confused about some of those objects.
Well, I think they're pretty spooky.
How is the dartboard spooky?
It's also got blood on it as well. That's the spooky bit.
That is pretty spooky.
Ooh, it's got blood on it.
Is it like fake blood, or was that there before?
No, it was when I bought it. I went to the spooky store.
Oh yeah,
and
the spooky store. Love that store.
Like the episode on The Simpsons when he goes and gets the monkey's paw. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's got that crazy guy who's like,
yeah.
You want to buy some stuff? And then and then
he dies painfully. Yeah. I remember that Simpsons episode
with the Krusty the Clown doll that like comes to life. And
no, that was actually scary.
It is scary.
That
definitely.
was legitimate. That was a good episode. I love that episode.
I think honestly, the Treehouse of Horror episodes were the best episodes.
They're the best
Simpsons,
ones.
definitely.
They are the best ones.
That one
definitely.
that Homer goes into like the Matrix room and everything. He comes like 3D animated. Do you remember that one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, that was great. They were all good.
Anyway, we are in a graveyard at the moment. We've swapped our usual little trees.
Yeah, we got kicked out of the forest.
Yeah, I fucked too many trees, so they caught on.
Yeah,
so
I didn't think they would have like patrolmen at the night, But
no,
you were
dogs
you were screaming.
Yeah, it would be pretty easy to. I feel like everyone within that's probably why they came, because they got a noise complaint from a house like 5 miles away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I think someone's dying in that forest over there. We need to get someone to help him, and they came, and it was a big hoo-ha.
Big hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Massive hoo-ha.
So Scott's got a, can't go within 100 metres of any tree now.
Of any tree. It's made relocating really difficult. This graveyard is currently in a Sahara desert.
Yes,
so,
of course, yeah.
So it
makes it spookier.
It's actually quite nice because it's very hot.
It's like an Egyptian. Pyramid.
Yeah.
We're in a pyramid.
But it doesn't.
the desert graveyards.
We're in the Great Pyramid of Giza, basically, is what we're trying to tell you. Because we thought if we're going to go to a graveyard for the spooky episode, right, it's got to be the most famous graveyard ever.
I've actually got my name down on a list to be buried there.
I didn't know there was a list. Can I get on the list? How do you get on it?
You have to know some people.
I know you. Does that count?
No, I know the current pharaoh. It's all like secret.
Right.
Yeah.
The sort of like secret pharaoh.
Yeah, because obviously they want to pretend that it's a democracy over there, and Egypt's are now. But no, they've got pharaohs and shit over there. It's cool.
That's pretty mad. You mean over here? We're currently in Egypt.
Of course, yeah. Sorry, I'm forgetting because we're in. It's pretty dark.
It's very dark. Yeah, so it's easy to forget where you are.
Could be anywhere, but yeah.
But it's quite toasty, which is different from our usual Halloween, because normally we're outside at 3 a.m. in a random forest.
Yeah,
but it's quite nice. It's sort of like a little holiday for us.
Yeah, it costs us a lot of money to get to Egypt.
Oh, it's so all of our money.
Yeah,
all of our money.
We've got that magic carpet, so expensive.
Yeah, that fucking genie was like kept up in the price, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you're having us on, mate.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, this is how much it obviously we'd never bought a magic carpet before.
No.
So we didn't know how much it was going to cost, and he seemed to just keep going up. I'm pretty sure he had us.
And then didn't you like suck him off? But he didn't drop the price.
Well, because he said he would. He said he would if I gave him a little sucky.
Are you sure, or did you just want to give the genie a sucky?
I'm 60% sure that he said that, and I did it, and he just.
Well, it cost us an arm and a leg. Literally, yeah.
He was pretty brutal about it, to be honest.
He's got your leg and my arm.
Yeah, I don't know who got the better end of that deal, to be honest. I think I did. I liked having both my arms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. He took your left, and are you right-handed?
I am right-handed, yeah.
Yeah, well, so it's not too bad for you.
No.
But yeah, I can just hop around. I'm fine. I'm chilling.
Yeah, well, we spend most of our time sitting down anyway.
Anyway, Matt, we got a little fun activity for the viewers at home to get them into the spooky season.
Spooky time.
Get out the ghouls and the ghosties and the zombies and the vampires.
Jesus.
And Jesus. Oh. And all the gnomes.
The gnomes.
And the elves of Satan. And we've got some scary stories.
We do indeed, sent in from our listeners.
We asked our listeners, of which there are 2, to send in some of their scariest stories. And they've done so. Yes. They've done so in heaps and barrels.
They're pretty illiterate.
We've got at least 5 stories for you here today. And some of them might be okay.
At least 5. I think our listeners are pretty illiterate and not very... Because if they're listening to this, they're not the brightest bunch, are they? Wasting their time
I don't know
listening to this.
Yeah,
so,
stupid of you.
This might go down horribly, but it'll be a journey nonetheless.
Well, who wants to... would you like to start, Matt, or do you want me to read out one of mine?
I've got a little short one, so I think that can just get us going. It's only it's very short actually.
Is it spooky and scary?
Well, you can be the judge of it, Scott. But we can obviously both just interrupt at any point. And
of course.
Okay, so
set the scene.
I pointed the gun at the slick bastard who killed my wife.
Fucking hell, you're going in deep there, aren't you, listener? Jesus.
He sobbed at... It's pretty scary so far.
Man, this is supposed to be an intense, very serious, scary scene.
He sobbed as he feared for what was to come next. I pulled the trigger. If only he spoke and tried to reason with me, maybe he could be alive. But that was obviously not going to happen after all. He was only born a few minutes ago. The end.
Oh, wow.
Do you get it?
Wow, yeah, that was...
Spooky!
I don't know if killing a child is necessarily spooky or
your own,
fucked.
This guy's own child.
Yeah.
Because he
presumably his wife died in labour.
Childbirth, yeah.
Yeah.
So very...
And he... It just screams America, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Well,
you killed my wife, you bastard!
You slick bastard! I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
That would be
the doctor's
great
like,
sketch.
Whoa, dude! Where do you get a gun from?
Yeah, the doctor comes in and says, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your wife didn't make it, but we managed to save your son.
Yeah, thinking he's gonna be like delighted. At least I've got a son.
At least, yeah, exactly.
No, he's like, fucking asshole.
Fucking AK.
I'm gonna fucking shoot the bastard. Well, that was a lovely little story.
I've got an idea, Scott.
Yeah.
We should rate these spooky
on
a spookiness scale.
Out of 5 out of 5 pumpkins. Yes. That's not the rating, but that's the rating.
Yes.
How many pumpkins would you do this one, eh?
I would say 3 babies
pumpkins
out of 5 pumpkins.
3 babies out of 5 pumpkins.
Whatever that means to you. What about you, Scott?
I would actually say 0 baby. All the babies are dead.
True. Oh yeah. Fuck.
So I would say 0 babies out of 5 pumpkins because honestly, not that scary. A bit fucked. A bit strange that you'd write that and be like, yeah, I'm gonna send this into a news station. That's really good. That is. Because realistically, I don't think that's got legs to stand on. I'm sorry to be the Simon Cowell, the bearer of bad news, but you might want to go back to the drawing board with that. No. I'm saying to the listeners.
Okay, sorry.
I'm assuming they're listening because they've sent it in.
Idiots.
So you want to. So
moron.
Fuck off.
Don't have a wife, whoever, or a child, or a podcast to listen to. Never listen to us again. Leave. Okay.
Do you think that's a true story? I was under the pretense that they were like a writer, but maybe it is a true story. Who knows?
I like to hope it is true.
You like to immerse yourself in the narrative. I respect that about you. Okay, well we've got another one here. This one's a little bit longer, and I haven't read this, so we're gonna see how it goes.
Is it nice and long? Shall I get comfortable? Everyone at home, comfortable. Get your blanket on.
A nice pumpkin spice latte or whatever.
Fuck off! Have you ever tried a pumpkin drink? It sounds horrible.
I like pumpkin pie.
I've never had pumpkin. Don't think I've really consumed pumpkin in my life.
Pumpkin pie is really not. It's like a cinnamony nutmeggy. It's like a cinnamony nutmeggy pie. You don't really taste the pumpkin. I don't really know what pumpkin tastes like.
You might have to make it for me. Can you make it?
If someone gives me the recipe, I know for me. My parents made a great one.
No, I want you to make it for me.
Okay, calm down,
please. No, but they also I've been listening to big old HP Harry Potter himself recently.
Oh yeah,
and they all the time they're talking about pumpkin juice. Ooh,
they literally love it.
Pumpkin juice. Like, can they just fucking drink a bit of water or something? They're like, oh, Harry, you've just had like a spasm on the floor because you've had Voldemort raping your mind. And he's always just like, I'll be like, mate, can I have some water? What about some water?
Have a bit of pumpkin juice. Have a bit of chocolate, have a bit of pumpkin juice.
Or it's butterbeer, which I never know, is it actually alcohol or not?
I don't think it is, because they're, in Prisoner of Azkaban, they are like 15.
They're 13.
Are they?
Yes, because it's
That's
like
younger than I expected.
It's whatever book it is. It's like 10 plus the book, I think. So in the first one, it's 11. That's how I do it. I think the first
one. But you start year 7 in like when you're 11.
Yes. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Right. So they're 11 in the first, but then 12. Oh yeah. That makes sense.
So and then in the 7th book, they're 17.
No, they look older. I'd say. I'd say they look older than 13.
Yeah.
But yeah. So but they have that in Prisoner of Azkaban, don't they? So it can't be because.
Maybe J.K. Rowling's just a bit of a weirdo. Maybe she was drinking. I wouldn't be surprised if she was drinking when she was 13.
Have you had butterbeer at like...
No, I've never been anywhere, no.
Oh, I've never been anywhere at all. I've never been outside my house.
We're in a fucking pyramid, mate.
Yeah, that's the only place you've been. That and your home, two places you've gone. But butterbeer's really nice, very sickly sweet. But
I've heard it's horrible. I think you're the first person I've ever heard say it's alright.
Well, it depends if you have a sweet tooth or not, because it's basically drinking Coke and golden syrup mixed together.
Oh, so it's not buttery?
No, it's not. It's sugar, soda, golden syrup, or like some sort of toffee syrup.
Oh. So does it taste far off like Coke? Because not many people know this. I know we're not getting the spookiness, but this is important information. Don't know if I tell people this all the time, and they always don't believe me. But you can Google it at home. That Coke and any cola flavored drink is caramel fizzy.
Yes, no, it is.
Because like lemonade is just like lemon fizzy or whatever, and
it
orange,
is sort of like.
It's just it's caramel fizzy. That's why everyone loves it, because everyone fucking loves caramel.
It's supposed to be butterscotch flavoured, apparently.
Ooh,
that's why it's butterbeer.
I probably will like it.
Not...
Oh,
but
that makes so much sense.
Okay, I've got it here. You use cream soda, so it's not Coke, it's cream soda.
Yeah.
But it sort of tastes like a little bit butter syrup, butterscotch, and cream.
Okay, I probably will like this then.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Can you make this for me as well?
I could if
pumpkin
if I
pie and this.
I'd love some butterbeer. Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, so but I can't imagine pumpkin juice tastes nice.
Ugh, fuck that.
Like, that just sounds... It's like tomato juice.
Yeah.
Or tomato juice.
Tomato.
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 Like, yeah, I don't understand how people drink, like, beetroot juice or tomato juice or pumpkin juice. Anything that's like that, it's just like, that's too much.
Is beetroot juice the one that helps with your constipation?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
But no one would... That's the only time anyone would drink it.
Yes.
Because it tastes horrible. It tastes fucking vile. So it's only used for medicinal purposes.
Maybe we should do a show in the future where we get the most outlandish juices, and we try each other's juices. I think that's a good idea.
Ooh, I'd love to try your juices.
Yeah, that's an episode. So stay tuned in the future when we have
I think that's an episode for Pornhub, not for Spotify.
OnlyFans.
Anyway, let's get back to the spooky. We don't turn back on the spooky music and let's get all in with the seasonal spirit. I've got a nice story here. Let's just dive right into it, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
You have arrived at your job in the manufacturing business, working for factories. You don't get paid a lot, but you like your job. It's stable. And it pays the bills. Mm-hmm. But you've been
bills are pretty scary.
Bills are scary.
That's the scary thing we've said all podcast.
I know. You've been brought here in the dead of night for a mysterious letter saying, "Come here, I need to speak with you." You don't know who this could be. You don't know anyone because you are very, very lonely and you have no friends. But you've agreed to walk to your place of work in the dead of night. And you've opened the door. It opens. No lock. You walk inside. And you walk around the place, shouting, "Hello? Hello, anybody here?"
Sorry, he's at his job at the minute?
But in the dead of night. No one's there.
Okay. So why has he got... Someone's invited him here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm like the worst at following stories.
God, yeah, you're fucking...
This is too complicated.
Give up, man. Like, it's not like just a murder mystery. Jesus.
What's going on?
4 sentences.
Where am I?
Anyway, he walks in. And the door opens, a light blinding him. A man is in the doorway, a silhouette of a man. He doesn't know who it is. But he walks towards him menacingly. His heart begins to beat as he thinks, "Oh, who is this man?" And as the light shines upon his face, he realizes, "Oh, it's his boss." He can relax. But his boss has a gleam in his eye, a menacing gleam. And you start to become worried again. As your boss... I'm switching fucking tenses like no tomorrow. It's you and then it's him. It's all over the place. But your boss comes up to you. And he goes, "You are fired." You go, "What? Fired? Who has the authorization for this? Why am I fired?" And he stares at you, cold malice in his eyes, and he raises his hand and points behind you. You turn around, slowly, and right in the door where you've came from, is a woman standing there. Margaret Thatcher.
Oh shit.
She's cut the funding from the manufacturing business, and your job has been terminated. The end.
Oh my god. The wicked witch of the north or the south.
That was interesting.
Seems realistic.
Yes, yeah, I'll give it points for the realism.
Yeah. I thought the boss was going to do something.
Yes, well, I think that's what they expected.
The little switcheroo.
Yeah. So actually, from a narrative style, it was quite interesting. I just don't really know if Margaret Thatcher is like scary.
Yeah, I think she's scary in terms of like the country at large. She's
You
dead
don't-
now, so she's like
Yeah.
definitely not scary unless she.
Well, she could be more scary if she
maybe
comes back.
if she was fucking knocking on your door.
That would be more if she was, because I think she was alive in that story. If she was
Yes.
a dead Margaret Thatcher, that would be scary. That would get like nearly 5 out of 500s, I'd say, if it was a zombie Margaret Thatcher. But just Margaret Thatcher as a person, not really what we're looking for in terms of horror, you know?
Yeah, I think she is. What was her nickname? Was it the Iron Lady?
Yeah, she was the Iron Lady, and then I think she also had Margaret Thatcher the Milk Snatcher. It was a little
Yeah,
nickname.
because she took all the milk away.
She took all the milk away.
Fucking cow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
But
she
yeah.
could be some sort of like supervillain called, the Iron Lady. It sounds like a supervillain name.
Yeah, it does. But again,
She
supervillain-
takes the
it's
milk
not
from people.
scary. It's not a horror story. You know, you want something that'll really chew the blood. So if listeners, if you're sending in your stories, if you just stay away from the sort of politics, I think
Yeah.
go for more tradition. Go for like Slender Man. Go for like the creepy in the dark serial killers.
Jesus,
Jesus,
Yeah,
those stereotypical Halloween mascots. You know,
Yeah.
like we should go for that.
Vampire, werewolves.
Mother of Jesus, Mary,
Yeah.
the Holy Mary.
All the patron saints.
All the
Mother
patron
Teresa.
saints.
I don't know much
Gandhi.
about her, but she was a bitch apparently.
Really?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have brought up because I actually don't know, but I've heard that because everyone thinks of Mother Teresa. She's a kind. Didn't she like work in a hospital? She looked after people all her lives, but apparently she was a twat.
I've just searched up Mother Teresa, bitch.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing with like Christopher Columbus. You know that man.
Yeah.
Where, like-
Well, he was an asshole. I don't think anyone thinks he's doing.
Now I think it's came out like everyone understands now in today's society
we
that
just
everyone.
came over and colonised the
But, like,
Native Americans. didn't
Back in like the 70s, 80s America, everyone was like, "Oh, Christopher Columbus Day! Yeah, we've got to name everything after Columbus. We love him."
we? Well, that's because the Americans colonised the Native Americans.
Well, yeah.
They probably love him.
Well, I don't think we can talk as Brits,
Oh no.
but
But we don't really celebrate the... Do we celebrate the massacre of a whole race of people?
don't think so.
I don't think we do, whereas Americans do it quite a lot.
Yeah, they love it over there.
They do like celebrating the atrocities that have been committed.
Yeah, we just celebrate a man failing to blow up Parliament.
Yeah, which is weirdly... Can we just talk about this? I know it's Halloween.
Which is also but it's soon, isn't it? It's like it's just
It is
after
soon.
Halloween,
It's
so
just
it's
around the
related.
corner. And can we talk about the fact that, the Americans have a fireworks festivals to celebrate their independence from the Brits.
Yes.
And that's really understandable. That's
That
really
makes
cool.
sense.
The Brits have just basically... They've picked this one terrorist attack that failed in like the 1700s? When was it?
I would have guessed 1700s.
Yeah, I would guess that. And they just picked this one terrorist attack that didn't work and were like, right, we're going to celebrate that every year. And it's like, what separates that from like other terrorist attacks
Yeah.
that have happened since? I don't get why that one was so prevalent.
Was he the Catholic or was he the non-Catholic?
Oh, I can't.
No, he
remember.
was. He was. He was the Catholic.
He was Catholic and he didn't like the
He
non-Catholics
didn't
in
like
Parliament.
King James I, who was like the King of Scotland.
Yes, because he was. Yeah.
1776, which
Oh,
is no. Is it?
Can't believe I got that right.
No.
1776.
No, it's not.
New York City.
No, it's not. Sorry, I was being an idiot. I saw like a picture saying like of the festivities on 1776, but it was actually happened in 1605.
60. That makes more sense.
Jesus. I bet there was people that heard me say 1776 started screaming at their.
Stupid fucking.
No, it's not.
Call yourself a Brit.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I don't know when a random guy tried to blow up the Parliament.
I do really want to go to one of those nights where they have like the actual,
Fireworks.
No, not a fireworks night. No, because they have those everywhere. But like the ones where they like actually like set fire to like
Oh, a Guy Fawkes burning. Yeah.
Well, I've seen ones where they have like
on the bonfire,
barrels of fire that people have got on their backs, and they're like running down, and they're blowing up.
That's pretty
gunpowder. I've seen them videos of it, and they're like on really like specific towns in England.
I've been to a bonfire with Guy Fawkes on it, but there wasn't much of a big it was already lit by the time I got there, so it was just sort of a burning. It was a very impressive bonfire. I got pictures of it.
Yeah.
But for anyone who doesn't know about, if you're confused about Guy Fawkes, we probably definitely don't have any international listeners. But just to explain, there's basically this one guy really long ago got angry at the king and was like, "I'm gonna fucking blow him up," and then he didn't, because he sucks.
He didn't, yeah.
And for some reason, we've picked that act. And we just, every year, we just shit on the memory of this one terrorist.
We celebrate something that didn't happen.
We make little scarecrows. Yeah, we make little scarecrows of him and just fucking set fire to him, because we're a very aggressive people that apparently holds a grudge for several hundred years.
But like, okay, little pitch. If you had to, like, because I feel like almost every nation or country has like their own firework night. So like, yeah, like we said, like the Americans have their Independence Day. I think the Canadians have their own, like, they call it Canada Day of their independence, from us.
Yeah.
They just did it politely.
Everyone
good people.
Everyone just loves being independent from us.
Everyone. I think what's the French one?
Probably being independent from us.
Well,
I feel like if we had to change
it, what would it be? What would you like? What significant part of our history that you?
I don't know. I literally, but I wouldn't do like celebrating. I suppose something that didn't happen to, because it's like
the birth
why we burn like pictures of Ted Bundy on every day that he died. The day that he died.
David Attenborough.
What? Why would we burn David Attenborough?
No, the birth of David Attenborough.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. I'd love to celebrate that, actually. You know what? Mark that down in the calendars. I'm going to celebrate that.
It's the
anyway,
Bastille night in France.
We've had a conversation about Guy Fawkes. We've established that the British are a jealous and aggressive people. I reckon what it is that they saw everyone else was having celebrations about them being independent from the Brits, and the Brits were like, well, we want to have fireworks. Yeah. So they just made up a reason to do it.
And then I bet when it's like going around, everyone was like, what? I don't remember this. Because they probably didn't celebrate it like the year after, do they?
Yeah. And people, it's like celebrating like, well, no, I suppose it's celebrating if 9/11 didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because you can't really celebrate the fact that 9/11 did happen, because that's not really... That's just a memorial then, isn't it? It's not... But it's weird celebrating a terrorist attack that went wrong. That's just weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you got another scary story for us, Matt?
Yeah, I do. But I just to clarify, the French one is the storming of the Bastille, which is a major event in the French Revolution. So
that's cool. That is cool. That's a much more interesting thing to celebrate. That's way more interesting than this guy fucked up blowing up Parliament.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to think of like what we could have had, But
yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I've got another one.
Okay.
Hit
me with the spooks, man.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
Last night, a friend rushed out of the house to catch me opening the opening act of a local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realised my phone wasn't in my pocket.
That is scary.
It is. That is scary. It is the fucking... I've lost my phone many places.
You feel like you've lost your hand.
Exactly. It's the most terrifying thing in the world.
It is.
I checked the table where we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms. After no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered.
Ooh.
And it gave out a low, raspy giggle.
What?
And they hung up. They didn't answer again. Eventually, I gave it up for a lost cause, and I headed home. I found my phone laying on my nightstand, right where I left it. The low, raspy giggle. how I imagine it.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Was that in?
The low raspy giggle.
Oh, that was in the hat. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it lifted her. So she's dead.
Yeah.
Cool.
What would you do though if you?
Oh,
if
that
you,
was
that
spooky.
exact thing
Nah,
happened
that
to
was
you,
quite.
You were like, oh, lost my phone.
That was relatively spooky. I'd say that was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that more than
we did
the
rate,
Margaret Thatcher.
We did rate
and
the
Baby
I would rate the Margaret Thatcher one a 1 out of 5 pumpkins.
I would rate it a 2 out of 5 pumpkins purely because it started off quite scary. You know, you went in the middle of the night. It was a mystery.
It did have me like on edge.
But then once you saw Margaret Thatcher, it sort of just lost everything.
Yeah.
This one, however, I actually think this was one of the best ones we've seen so far.
Mm.
There was no political agenda. There was no baby killing.
I did like the baby killing one.
Right. Okay. Why?
Don't know. Just felt real. Don't know. I can't explain it, Scott. I just liked it.
You probably shouldn't explain it, to be honest. It's probably bad.
Yeah, we'll
probably
move
bad
on.
to explain it. So I'd give this one. I'd give it a solid 4.
I like this
out
one.
of 5 pumpkins.
4 pumpkins out of 5.
I love it. Nothing more to say. Well done, whoever sent that one in. You're the top of the leaderboard, right?
Low raspy giggle.
Okay, we've got another one here for me to read out. Ooh, it's an interesting one. Oh, okay. This might be scary. Have you ever been to like stool at night time? Nothing scarier.
I think
it's
scary for the. I don't know. Yeah, it depends what school it is.
I think it's the feeling, if it's a big stool with a lot of empty corridors, it's the feeling of somewhere that's supposed to be really busy.
I was about to say the same thing.
Silent.
It's like
that's the scary.
It's like a tube station that's like deserted.
Yeah, there's just something ominous about it.
It's scary, yeah. Or hospital.
There is. Okay, so we're setting the scene. Right, this is set in a stool late at night after hours. Okay.
Okay.
Me and my friends had decided to sneak into the stool after hours for a bit of fun and games. We jumped the fence. Me, Tom, and Clive.
Ooh.
Good names.
Spooky Clive.
We moved to the corridors. An eerie silence settled over us as we walked down the linoleum floors. We thought, hey, why don't we go into the cafeteria and try and rifle through the back? So that's what we did. We were a bit hungry. I don't know why I've slipped into an American accent.
You were doing that from the start. You've just made it a bit more sexy for some reason.
Apparently, that's my story voice.
You were doing an American accent at the start, and then you went into a bit of a sexy American accent.
Apparently, this is just how I think the listener that sent this story in sounds. Where was I?
I don't know, honestly.
We ran to the cafeteria for some food because we were a bit hungry, and we thought, hey, free food. When we got in there, it was pitch black, and the sight of all the empty tables sent a chill down my spine.
How could they see the food if it was pitch black? Have they got like night vision?
Well, I don't know if pitch black. I don't know. Take it up with the fucking writer, man.
Okay,
like,
I'm sorry.
Maybe it's just the fact that pitch black is an expression, and it wasn't totally.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I don't know. I didn't write it. Anyway,
I feel like we need to have a complaint with the person who ever wrote it after the podcast.
We'll fucking find them. We'll find them and we'll fuck them up because I'm sick of this shit. Anyway. The sight of the empty tables sent a chill down my spine. Something about the lack of people just felt wrong. But we moved to the back of the room where the food was kept, and we ruffled about in the back. But we couldn't find anything. All we could find was half-baked potatoes and rotten vegetables.
Ew.
It was weird, because normally they'd start the whole stool. So it was odd that all the food was missing.
Somebody's eating all the food. A little goblin, a little gremlin.
Little fucking goblin. We thought we'd better try the fridge. And we opened the fridge, and to our horror, in the fridge a foul smell came. We looked inside, the fridge light glaring upon our eyes, and we saw 200 bottles of milk.
Milk.
We turned around, and there was fucking Margaret. There was Margaret.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Guys.
Did it actually say... Oh, my God.
It actually... Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher again?
Margaret Thatcher...
I was about to say, when you said milk, I was like, no, it's her. And then it was.
No, it's her. Well, you know, at least it had that reaction. At least it was better than the last one. But guys, Margaret Thatcher isn't scary.
No.
I get she fucked the economy. Yeah, I get that.
Was this from the same person? Or
No. Different person.
Different person, right.
Different listener that somehow had the same mindset as the previous one. I don't know how. But that was good. The thing is, that was really good.
It was good.
Until the Margaret Thatcher.
Again, I think both of the ones that you've chosen to read were better than any of the one that I've got. But they've kind of ruined it.
But they're just... Yeah. Oh. It's the political agenda. Guys, this is not a political podcast.
Right.
Okay? So we just want to have scary stories, man.
Try
and the thing is, you had so much promise. There was so much promise in that. That was a really good, scary story.
Disappointed now.
I know. But I would still rate it a 3.
I'm going to have to say 0.
Just for the Margaret Thatcher?
Just because of how upset...
Well, guys...
I was excited for the gremlin.
You've upset Matt now, guys.
Fuck's sake.
So I hope you're fucking happy.
How many more have you got?
Oh, just one more.
Okay, because I'll be very upset, but we'll see.
No, it can't be Margaret Thatcher
Hopefully,
again.
like it can, you can.
There's no way 3 different people that I've managed to pick have all had the villain be Margaret Thatcher in a story.
We need to do a podcast.
I should have read through.
Speak to the ghost of Margaret Thatcher.
That would be great. If we could do that. That would be
like a Ouija board.
I don't know if we can get a medium in, but we could definitely try and arrange that. Yeah.
Have you ever used a Ouija board?
No, I've never actually. I don't believe in them.
No, neither do I.
I don't think they work at all. I don't not believe in ghosts. I'm open to the possibility of ghosts, but a Ouija board I just don't think has any.
My parents have used them, and but they do it in such a stupid way when they tell us a story. Me and my sisters, they go like, "Oh yeah, we did it, and it was just us two and a few friends that we fully trust." Blah blah blah, and then we did it, but they don't tell us any details. They just say, "So don't do it ever." And we're like, "Why? What happened?" They're like, "No, I don't want to speak about it.
Don't do it.
Just don't ever do it, please." And I'm like, "Well, I want to do it now. Now that you've just not said what's happened."
It doesn't fucking do it. Nothing happens. Nothing. It's a fucking board.
It's a bit of just fun in it.
It is a bit of fun. It's like saying Bloody Mary in the mirror, you know?
Would you be the guy who moves it and pretend it isn't?
I think it depends. If I'm with people who
are gullible.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If I'm with like my mates who are very sort of like not gullible and just fucking about, I probably wouldn't move it and just see what happens. They'd probably be the one to move it. But if I was with someone who actually believed in it, then I'd fuck with them.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I reckon happens? I reckon because in a group of like 6 people doing it, say they're all like, okay, we've gone out of our way to get a fucking Ouija board. We've all got around with like, so you're all sitting there, you all got your fingers on it. You're like, okay, there's going to be the chances are there's going to be one of you that thinks, well, this is fucking boring. This is a disappointing experience for all of us here. I'm going to bite the bullet and just make it fun for everybody and move it about.
There's no point doing it if it's not going to be fun.
Yeah, because all the other people, even if they believe it or not, it's a better experience for them. Exactly. That somebody's moved it. Like if I was doing it, I would be annoyed if no one bothered to fuck with me. If
it didn't move, what's the point?
Yeah, you just
pack it back away.
That's good, guys.
Anyway, what's your story? Have you got another story for us?
Yeah, I've got a story. It's a bit of a... I don't know how it's going to go down.
Okay. Have you read it?
I've read it. I've read
Okay.
it. I don't think it's... We'll see.
I'm ready. Come on, put it home.
Okay. In the year 2026, the Messiah came back down to Earth.
Oh, wow.
It gets
That's
better.
a strong start. That is a strong start.
She performed miracles and cured the sick. There was no doubt to her I can't say that word.
Can't fucking read.
No, I can't say the word. Enthorticity. That one.
Authenticity.
Yes, that one. That's it. Enthorticity. Bloody hell. Anyway, we'll move on. That's a pretty spooky word there for me.
So Jesus is a woman.
Yes, the Messiah comes back in the year 2026. She appeared to all nations at once. All believed and all worshipped her.
Right.
Sometime later, after this period of our
scary.
history, known as the Age of Peace,
That's terrifying.
she dropped
fucking
a
terrifying.
bombshell on us.
Literally?
No. She warned
That
us...
would be scary as well.
It's like everyone...
Jesus fucking
all
nukes
wars
the
have been
world.
stopped. And they're just like, this is boring.
Jesus is like, nah, fuck this, mate.
Yeah, because like him, Jesus and God, they've been sitting in heaven.
Drops
They'll be
and
like,
you.
oh, this is... Every time we have a war between ourselves, they're like, oh, this is pretty entertaining. They come down, stop all wars, stop any fun happening in the world.
Actually...
And so they made it interesting. She dropped a bombshell on us. She warned us that heaven was almost full. And nobody had gone to hell during this age. Because of the Age of Peace, no one's been going to hell. There was a fixed amount of spots left in heaven.
Okay.
Paradise would be closed to all who died after the gates were closed. So once the gates are closed, you die, sorry, you're going to go to hell. There's only a few...
Well, that's just poor management, isn't it?
There's only a few spots, and
Just
because if
build an
everyone went to
extension.
heaven, it would be too crowded.
Just fucking... You're God, mate. You're God.
So
Just build an extension, but make it bigger.
after she told everyone this bombshell of news that there was only a few spots left,
Everyone
this
killed themselves.
is when the mass suicides began.
Do they realise that suicide is a sin and sends them to hell?
No. Taking your own life, she told us, was not a sin if you died a pious man. The
Oh, fuck
race
off. No,
was
yes, it
on.
is.
The race was on.
Race to kill yourself.
Cleanse all your sins and off yourself. Almost finished. She looked on and she was pleased.
Oh
She
my
returned to
God.
her home.
Because of the mass suicide. She's like, oh, your job well done.
She looked on and she was pleased. She returned to her home, to a throne of fire and flames.
Oh,
She greeted
plot
all
twist!
with a nod of her
Plot
wicked horns.
twist!
The end.
Mad. Fucking
Crazy.
mad. Fucking mad.
What a good story.
So she made everyone kill themselves so they'd be sent to hell.
Yeah, she wasn't the Messiah after all.
Oh,
Because
mate, what
obviously
a
the
plot.
Messiah wouldn't be a fucking woman.
That's the biggest plot hole in there.
They should have known. Fucking idiots. They all deserve to die and go to hell.
I'm sorry, but if you were like... I like how not one of them were like, I do like my life on Earth. I don't really want to end it shortly. They were
Yeah.
all like, oh, kill myself? Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because
I want to go to heaven.
Well, no, because she started doing like miracles, so everyone was like, okay, well this is the real
she
deal.
was magic. She was magic, yeah.
She was performing miracles, curing the sick. There was no doubt of her authenticity. I can say it that time. So yeah, everyone believed. And then, she was actually the devil, just like all women. Like Margaret Thatcher.
Well, with that opinion,
I
what
would
would you
rate
rate that story?
A 5 out of 5.
You know what? As I would say it's a spook. It's not a spooky story.
No, okay, okay.
So
Maybe
in terms of
story 5 out of
spookiness-
5. Spookiness.
yes.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
In terms of spookiness, 1 out of 5 pumpkins.
like
But
the
in
twist.
terms of the fucking plot twist and the fucking comedic element of it, I love it.
The race was on.
The race was on to fucking end your lives.
Oh, great.
Love that. 5 out of 5 story. Whoever wrote that, imagination
Genius.
through the stratosphere you've got. That's brilliant.
And I like how it was in 2026 the Messiah came.
That's pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
I finished uni in 2026.
Oh, lucky you.
Well, the Messiah's going to come, so I don't even, there's no point.
Oh,
May as well
true.
drop out. Messiah's going to come, I've got to kill myself.
Just
so
leave, yeah.
I'll have to kill myself then, so...
And you've not been a pious man at uni, have you, Scott? Not at all.
I don't know what that word means.
Pious is like, you're not a sinner.
Yeah.
You're sinning all over the place.
I have
fucking trees.
I've sand quite a lot.
Yeah, we're all sanning.
Anyway, we've got one
Such
more
a
story
sanning.
for you listeners, and it's gonna be
More. Only one more.
one more,
no.
one more to get you into the spooky season and carry you all the way to that November high.
I wish we could do this all the time, every day.
Well, we fucking can't.
Oh.
So stupid that you'd say that.
Okay, sorry. Fine, one more then.
Anyway,
Okay,
this
we're
has
gonna
got to be a
finish
good
it on
one.
a high.
Finish it on a
Cool,
big
I'm
high.
ready. I'm ready.
This is gonna be the spookiest story. Yeah. This is gonna be the spookiest story yet. Okay. I'm
ready.
ready for it. Okay. It starts off with a good concept, I think. I haven't read it, but okay. I'm laying in bed.
You're taking a big leap of not reading any of these first.
Well,
Just saying.
I thought I'd surprise myself.
Okay, all right.
And look how fucking well that's done. I've got
Okay, well, is it-
two stories about Margaret Thatcher.
I guess
like,
it's just a different approach we both have.
Well, I actually regret it because, yeah.
Well,
I've been Margaret Thatchered so many fucking times now.
Well, fair enough. I read mine first, and I still can't read them. So, anyway,
That is true. We've both got problems, you know? But I will proofread them if we do this
In
again.
future, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sat in bed. My leg's broken. I'm vulnerable. I've been relying on my wife, bringing me food, keeping me clean, for the whole of this month. And I'm bored. God, I'm bored. Sat in this bed, nothing to do but watch TV. I'm flicking through the channels. It's dark out. My wife's away on a business trip. And out of the window, something catches my eye. A shadow moving quickly across the pane of glass.
Ooh.
I think, it's probably a squirrel or a pigeon. Nothing to worry about. I go back to surfing the channels. It's getting near the October time, so quite a lot of horror movies are on. Maybe I've just watched so many I'm making things up in my head. But when there's a thud down the landing, that's when I start to get really worried. I turn down the TV, muting it, and listen for more thuds, but no sound comes. I swore I heard something though, but I can't get up and check. I'm bound to my bed. I decide to ignore it, switch back on the TV. Hopefully it was just, I don't know, wind batting against the door.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing.
Sure, it's nothing, yeah. I turn on the TV, turn to the news, and there I see it. Something horrible.
What is it?
In big letters at the bottom of the screen, as they're interviewing this pasty white man, it says, "The NHS has become privatized."
Oh.
I look around, and oh my, there's fucking Margaret Thatcher, isn't there? There's
Sake!
Oh, she's there. She's there. She's behind him. She's fucking behind him.
Coming in
And
to...
she's privatised the NHS so we can't get fixed. Well, fucky doodle do. Okay. Oh, I can't believe it. 3 in a row.
This has
3 in a
ruined
row.
my day.
3 in a row, Matt, of Margaret Thatcher stories.
I don't know if I should be angry at the listeners or
I think we should.
angry
I
at
think we
you. Or should I
I'm
be
so-
angry
I'm
at
so-
myself?
I'm sorry if I expected the listeners to have a meager sense of comprehension about what a scary story is.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect them to fucking delve into the political aspects and scandals of Margaret Thatcher. Okay,
She's
I
not
thought-
that scary.
she's not.
She like, I can understand if you like. Oh no, you were hit by you worked in the mines and you had to get out the mines, which is such a tragedy. Sorry, you've had to like. No, I want to be in the mines.
Yeah.
Like, but
Don't get me wrong. She's an intimidating woman, and she's
yeah.
not a very nice woman. But she's not scary.
No.
Okay, she's not a horror villain. She's not fit to be in a spooky story. I don't know who the
She is
fuck
fit.
listening to her. Sorry.
What? No. She's scared.
Sorry,
She's
no,
not scary. We're looking for werewolves and vampires.
We're looking
and
for
mummies.
werewolves, listeners, not Margaret Thatcher, not Boris Johnson, not any sort of political
Barack
candidate.
Obama.
That's well. Why would Barack Obama? He's done bits. He's great. Donald Trump. We're not looking for any of these people that we don't like. They're not scary.
Abraham
they're just
Lincoln.
assholes. I don't know enough about him to comment on that.
George Washington. I'm just naming
Okay,
US presidents.
you go, girl. You go. Anyway, that's all of the stories.
What a fucking downer.
What a Debbie Downer that was. I honestly expected better of our listeners, and if we do this again, I'm gonna proofread the shit out of what you guys send us, because I'm not angry. I know I am angry. Actually, no, I am angry.
I think you should
I'm
just
angry
any
and I'm
word
disappointed.
that has Margaret in or Thatcher in,
Yeah,
just instantly
Control
bin
F,
it. Yeah,
find them,
that's it.
delete. You know.
Yeah.
And I swear, if you switch to another, if anyone switches to another political party, I'm not gonna be happy. Just because I'm searching for Margaret Thatcher doesn't mean you can sneak in a Boris Johnson. Okay, I won't be happy.
No. Next
We
year,
like to take we take things
it's gonna be
seriously
better.
on this radio show. Okay, and when I send out a message to all our fellow loyal listeners saying, "Oh, I'd like some spooky stories to read on the air," I don't expect to be mocked and belittled like
I
that.
expected more, to be honest. I thought up until now, I thought quite highly of our listeners. I thought they are intelligent, smart, funny. You know, they're listening to this podcast, so.
Yeah.
But no, I was wrong.
You know what, listeners? Your father and I, very disappointed in you. Very.
Who's the father?
You. We're parents of this
Okay,
podcast,
it's made me feel a
and
bit
the
better.
listeners are our children. And we're very disappointed in them.
Yes.
No
Young boys and girls.
parties for a week. Halloween's cancelled.
Halloween is cancelled.
You're not allowed to go to any... Everyone that sent us one of those stories... your one's alright, Matt.
Yeah.
I'd say the baby killer one...
Was
you should go to
amazing.
therapy.
No.
I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say they should probably seek clinical help for that one. The rest were good. But all of mine, every single person, and there are 3 of you, somehow, that sent me Margaret Thatcher.
It was
All
weird
of you,
that-
no Halloween party for you.
How we just got sent all of them. We put them in a big stack, and we just, I picked out 3.
Yeah,
You picked
yeah,
out 3, and it's quite weird.
I literally, it was random. I didn't read them. I didn't even look at the titles. I just picked them out of a hat, and somehow I've got all of them. And I'm not
Crazy.
happy about it. Anyway,
Well, tonight I'll be having a nightmare about Margaret Thatcher.
well, maybe you will. If she's scary enough, which apparently she is, maybe you will be having a nightmare, Matt, and you'll wake up in cold sweats, thinking, "Oh, where's my milk? Where's my milk?" Because it's fucking been snatched.
Anyway,
I hope the rest of you listeners that aren't twats have a lovely Halloween.
have a lovely Halloween.
Dress up spooky, go to parties, and get in the seasonal spirit.
And Scott, don't forget, have a lovely Guy Fawkes night as well.
Oh, well. We can probably do a little something for Guy Fawkes night next week. So stay tuned for that.
For the Guy Fawkes Night special.
Oh,
it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be wild.
Thanks for
Happy
listening.
Halloween, everybody. Thanks for listening to Radio in the Weeds. Make sure to tune in next week for jokes, gags, and general tomfoolery. Bye-bye.